What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Bomb Squad! So, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, it's no secret that it looks like he's going to face Alexander Povetkin, his mandatory next, right? And I think this is great for the sport of boxing. And you guys seen the title of the video. I want to talk about that, amongst other things regarding the heavyweight division, namely Deontay Wilder versus Povetkin. Now, just a quick thing I have to notate is there's a lot of people that sometimes they come to the channel and like, oh, why are you praising this person or this and that, and they're acting like there's some kind of agenda to it. The thing is this, I have a better question. Instead of asking me why I'm praising somebody, ask why others aren't praising that person, because the only time I praise people is when I feel they're doing something praiseworthy, right? So it has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that they're doing praiseworthy behavior, period, right? So again, another question, a better question for you to ask is who am I praising that is not doing praiseworthy behavior, that has absolutely done nothing? And with Deontay Wilder, I really like his motion to fight Povetkin over there in Russia, hostile territory, and I kind of want to talk about that a little bit more in this particular video. I'm actually happy for the heavyweight division as a whole. I think that a lot of the guys are doing what they should be doing. Tyson Fury, he took on a big test, a dominant champion with no fear, and he took on Vladimir Klitschko and upset him and beat him. Then you got Anthony Joshua, Charles Martin, that's happening this weekend. I mean, that's a good fight, and I salute both of those guys. Charles Martin, he just got the title off of Glaskov. It wasn't his most convincing performance based on how it ended, a weird slip, and we all seen the fight. Or if you watch boxing like me, then you've seen it. And he's jumping right back into the fire against a powerhouse like Anthony Joshua. Same thing with Joshua. He just avenged an amateur grudge versus Dillian White, and he's jumping right back in it versus a title shot. So, I mean, the guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing in the heavyweight division. Now let's talk about Deontay Wilder. Now, what I like is this. He's a WBC champion. A lot of people, and this is the funny thing about boxing, and there's going to be some changes. This new media shit is real, and it's no longer fashionable to just say random stuff. Oh, Al Heyman's the cancer of boxing. That's fine. If you really feel that, then explain why. As we as boxing fans got to get back to some real boxing talk and get back to the point where it's educated things being said. If you genuinely in your heart of all hearts feel that Al Heyman is the cancer of all boxing, intelligently explain that. Because right now I'm seeing some good matches. Abner Matas versus Jesus Cuellar. I don't know who I'm picking for that particular fight. Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman. I'm slightly leaning towards Thurman, but I realize that it's no easy task. Porter's definitely a live dog. Wilder Povetkin, another tough fight. I mean, these are good fights. Anthony Joshua, Charles Martin, both of them have more to prove as far as I'm concerned. And Charles Martin's a champion. He's obviously has no fear because he's going to fight over in the UK. He's a southpaw. He's probably just as big. He's not as sliced and buff as Anthony Joshua, but he's a big frame dude, 6'5", 260, right around there. So, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff happening. And with Wilder, he's really pushing the Black Rocky movement, as you guys can see, and that's kind of what the title of the video is. And he says, Povetkin, I'm coming for you, and I'm bringing America with me. And as you can see, somebody photoshopped for him a picture of Rocky Balboa, and they actually did a solid job, especially considering the fact that Rocky's Italian and Deontay Wilder's more dark-skinned dude. They actually blended it well. I do Photoshop, so that's why I'm looking at the little details, but that's actually not a bad Photoshop. They blended it pretty well. And he says, I'm coming for you. Hashtag Black Rocky, hashtag Bomb Squad. Well, let's see what else he's talking about. Now, this is an April Fool's joke. I don't know if you guys caught it. Let me expand it for you guys. He did this on April. I thought it was pretty funny.
Jay. Y'all get away from me, man. April Fool, Povetkin, I'm coming for you. I don't mean around, but I sound like that sometimes, baby.
So as you guys can see, he was in the middle of sparring. It was April Fool's. He pretended like he got injured on the job, and he was just clearly kidding. Here's this other one. To beat me, he will have to kill me. Hashtag Black Rocky. Hashtag Wilder Povetkin. And it looks like he's wearing some Apollo Creed Black Rocky trunks. I mean, that Photoshop is a little bit sketch. It's not as good as the other one, but you guys get the point. I don't know. I like it, man. This is what the heavyweights are supposed to be doing. Period. Oh, see, this is the type of stuff I seen this earlier. Wilder is fighting his mandatory that a lot of people said he was afraid of, right? And Ricky Stover, whoever that is, posted this: "Keep dodging me, bomber," and it's a picture of Chris Areola. And Deontay Wilder actually responded to it somewhere, and he says, "Give it up, bro." Laugh out loud. 52 likes. I mean, really? Are these the real caliber of boxing fans? So Wilder's going over to Russia to fight a guy a lot of people said he was not going to fight, that he was afraid of, with menacing power, who knocked and iced out a Cuban heavyweight who put another heavyweight pretty much in a coma and had a tough fight with Brian Jennings, and that was Mike Perez. He knocked him out in one round. He beat a guy who was just 6'9", 6'7", something like that, in Humorous Weck. And people are talking about, he got the stoppage in that fight too. And people are leaving comments like, "Keep dodging me, Chris Areola." Like, really? Chris Areola, I like the guy, but I mean, he actually had the opportunity to face Wilder. I think it was before Spilka, and he had to get past his opponent. I forgot the guy's name. He's a real buff African American fighter. He might have been from like Africa, like actually from Africa. I forgot the dude's name, and he just didn't look great. He even admitted in his post fight that he didn't look great, and I think he might have even said, "I don't deserve the Wilder fight." But that's what I'm saying. People just be trolling with stupid stuff. So he's fighting Povetkin, his mandatory, and you're talking about Chris Areola. See, that right there to me is proof that you can't please everybody. So Deontay Wilder, just keep doing your thing. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, you look at his captions. I'm shopping for coats already, but it's all good because I'll do whatever it takes to protect my sweet Sophia. And Sophia is the name that he named his WBC belt. Hashtag Wilder Povetkin. The man's working. I salute this behavior. He's really acting like a true champion. And if you guys are really about the comments that you write and you support people like, let's say, Gennady Golovkin, he's fighting a guy in Dominic Wade, and I'm not throwing shade to him. Most boxing fans don't really know much about Wade. He hasn't had really any high-profile fights. And the forum is Golovkin's house. Golovkin lives in LA. He lives in SoCal or Big Bear, one of the two. I think he actually lives in LA, to be honest. So Dominic Wade's from the East Coast. You know what I mean? And again, and maybe it's a good fight, I don't know. But the bottom line is we haven't seen much of Wade. We've seen what Povetkin could do, and we've seen it at the highest of levels. He went the distance with Klitschko. He got mauled, but Klitschko was kind of leaning on him, and Klitschko was Klitschko. He was fighting the fight that works for his size and things like that. But we've seen him in there with guys, some real guys like Hassan Rahman. He knocked him out. We've seen him in there with Mike Perez, and like I said, Watt. So we know what Povetkin's capable of, and Wilder's going to his backyard. So again, if you guys are about what you say in the comment section and you salute people like Gennady Golovkin, hey, no, guys, for fighting Dominic Wade, a guy we don't really know as a pro what he's capable of because he hasn't had the type and caliber of fights like Povetkin has. And Wilder, again, doing it in Povetkin's backyard where he has the home field advantage, right? Then everybody should be praising Deontay Wilder. Not to mention Deontay Wilder is, out of all the champions, Golovkin's a champion also, but of all active champions, Wilder has the highest knockout percentage of any active champions, even higher than Gennady Golovkin. And they praise Gennady Golovkin for having, I think it's 21 or 22 consecutive knockouts at the moment, right? Look at their side-by-side knockout percentage, because Wilder is a champion with the WBC belt, a legit belt and everything, and he beat a legit person in Bermane Stiverne to get that. So again, if you guys praise guys like Gennady Golovkin for doing what they're supposed to do, then keep it all the way fair and keep it consistent. And I think Deontay Wilder is deserving of that same praise. Same with Charles Martin and Anthony Joshua. All the heavyweights, Tyson Fury, all these guys are really showing you and trying to bring the heavyweight division back. I even praise Cannon Briggs, to be honest, because he's going looking for his fights. He's not fighting guy cruiserweights, like, you know what I mean? Like Canelo's fighting a welterweight, and I love Canelo, but I'm just being with it. I'm calling it what it is. Amir Khan has no experience over 147, and he only has 3 performances at welterweight, and he's moving up to Canelo weight, which is not even a weight division. So again, just keep it fair, keep it consistent. Guys like Kenan Briggs, he's looking for fights. Whether someone gives it to him or not, it remains to be seen. But I love this behavior from the heavyweights. They're really showing out, and they're showing they want to be the best. And this, out of all divisions, one punch can change everything. So salute to all these guys, and especially salute to a champion for doing what champions do in Deontay Wilder, and also for Povetkin for being down to fight. I'm excited. Heavyweight division's back. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.